Hello, 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 and happy Wednesday. Happy New Year. Oh my God, I cannot believe we are in a new year already. It is 2023. It's the first Wednesday of the month. Super excited to be here. In case you're wondering where we are, well, I'm hoping you are anxiously waiting to hear all about the energy of 2023, not the entire year, but just for the month. You are currently listening or watching Joanne's Cosmic Energy. I'm super excited to be here with each and every one of you today. I've been looking forward to being here because there is so much going on. And I know if you do follow me, watch month after month, you know that I say that all the time. And that's because there always is so much going on, and we should be blessed that there is because the energy is actually helping us to get to where we need to go, whether it's in our relationships, in our business, with our health, travel, or all of the above for that matter. And I'm sure you're all very eager to know what's going on for you in 2023, specifically for the month of January, that is, because that's where we are, right here in January. So what I'm going to ask that we all do is take a minute and share this out as I'm going to do the same. Let everybody know that I am here. And whether you are tuning in from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever it is, go ahead and share this out. Let your friends know that I'm here. And I will be sharing insight with you based on, out of all the energy that's going on right now, I really wanted to tap into Venus energy, how to activate your Venus energy. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But before I do, again, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. Love to know what resonates with you, why you choose to come here month after month to take in the forecast, what exactly about it that you really enjoy, besides the fact that I give you some insight based on your astrological signs. And as usual, you can focus in on your sun, moon, rising sign. But really important here is you want to pay attention to where your Venus is on your chart. Now, in case you are very new to this whole process of your astrology chart and you don't have an astrology chart just yet, you can go to Google and to any site, just type in the word free astrology or free natal chart, and then you can just plug in the information they ask you for, and then you can either screenshot it, print it, whatever it is you want to do with it, and then you'll have that with you. And once you do, chances are you're going to be like me when I first discovered astrology and my mentor handed me my astrology chart. I looked at it and said, wow, this is so pretty because it's very colorful, should you print it out in color. But then you're going to hand it back and say, what the hell does it all mean? As I did. And I have been studying astrology since, oh my God, way back 2008. And over the last couple of years, I have become, I like to call it a little bit of a master at astrology, but more of a medical astrology because I thought it was fitting based on my whole process, my profession of what I do with my clients. And in case you are new to this show, let me introduce myself. Okay, I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and also the founder of Holistic Fitness and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. So I sort of blend it all together in case you're wondering what all that means in a nutshell. I blend the physical and the mystical world together. And I specifically help women over the age of 40 release their physical and emotional weight so they can step into their confidence and become the healer, practitioner, or master that they're meant to become in this lifetime. Now, that does not mean that I don't cater to men, because I do work with men as well by referral. So you just need to know one of the lucky women that work with me for me to work with you. In any case, as I've said, if you are not familiar with your chart just yet, hopefully by the end of the show, you will become curious to know what that chart looks like. And then later on, go and, like I said, go to Google, type in all your information, get yourself that pretty chart, and then you can come back and watch today's show to get a better understanding to what it is I'm actually going to be speaking about. And if you do follow me on all of my other platforms, you'll be able to really understand the language of astrology. And that's what it really is. It's a language. You know, just like any other language, you have to study it to better understand it so you can speak it and read it. Same thing with astrology. To really get attuned to what astrology is for you and how it works for you. And I believe that astrology and numerology are really the two keys to your gateway to getting you to where you have to go. And it doesn't mean that by following astrology or numerology that you're never going to go through a challenge or struggle. It just means that you're going to have the tools that you can utilize to spend so much time in the fears, the disbelief, the worry, the doubts, the stress, because you have tools. And that's what I'm here to give you today is the tools. So again, I want to give a shout out to two of my partners that help this show and my other show, Joanne's Healing Within, run when it runs. And that is, of course, myself. And then we also have Joe Monkman, who is the presenter, the host of his amazing show. What does he call his, I guess his meetups, which is Spirit Messages and Energy Insights. So I thank him. He is our shamanic healing practitioner and also wellness advocate. So with all that being said, let's dive into today's topic in reference to how to activate your Venus energy. Now, in case you're not familiar, what Venus is, what Venus does, Venus is all about love, relationships, and money. So it really hones in on those three areas of our lives in reference to love, allowing ourselves to tap into the energy of love for ourselves, and then the relationships with others. And I'm almost positive almost everybody, if not everybody, really want to have a better connection with money. And that's what Venus actually helps us with. And depending on where it sits on your astrology chart, can help you determine when is the best time, when is the right time, if we're going to use the word right or wrong, to utilize Venus energy. Now, I want to give you a little tip ahead of time here. On your calendar, I want you to take red pen, and I want you to circle every Friday on your calendar. Every Friday, doesn't matter which Friday it is, every Friday. Why? Because Fridays are actually ruled by Venus energy. So that's a perfect day that you can utilize your Venus energy that's on your chart to either schedule a date night, schedule a business meeting per se, whatever that might be that you might want to do in reference to this amazing energy. Now, I also want to tap into, after all, as a holistic personal trainer, how does Venus influence your health, fitness, and wellness? Well, to start off with, it's one of the planets that are actually associated with your body weight. Now, depending again where Venus is on your chart, will then determine if you're going to have a quote-unquote challenging time with weight or quote-unquote easier time with weight. And why do I put them in air quotes? Interesting question. And that is because in reality, as humans, we're always defining things as, well, good or bad, easy, hard. And that's the human thing we do. Whereas in reality, when we think about it, there really is no such thing as good, bad, easy, or hard. It's just lessons. And again, when you understand your astrology chart, you can develop a different way of looking at things so it doesn't become such a challenging thing to do. So we speak of Venus in regards to your weight, your body weight, your emotional weight, your mental weight, your spiritual weight, because there's so many categories. There's literally 4 categories of weight that we all carry in our energy field. Now, again, Venus is one of those planets. Now, there's several other planets that's associated with your body weight, but for today, we're just focusing on Venus so we don't get overwhelmed by all the information. I do want to bring to your attention, there are 4 houses. Now, again, learning the astrology language, you could better understand what this all means. When we talk about astrology, we have planets, we have our zodiac signs, and we also have houses, the placements that each of these are in on your chart. And there's actually 4 houses that are associated with your weight. Again, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual weight. And those houses are the first house, the fifth house, the sixth house, and ninth house. And I'm going to leave you with just that, so again, it doesn't become too overwhelming. Now, you may find on your chart that you happen to have, let's say, Venus in the ninth house, whatever zodiac sign it might be sitting in. And you might be sitting back saying to yourself, well, she just mentioned the ninth house is associated with weight. Venus is associated with weight. So, oh my goodness, what do we do here? It just then gives you some clarity on setting yourself up some goals. So this way here, whatever weight that you may be holding on to, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, whatever it is, that is so important to make sure you move your body daily, you incorporate really good nutritional, healthy habits, and you embark on getting enough water that your body requires you. So this way here, it doesn't become a challenge or a problem for you in regards to literally carrying the weight in the physical aspects. So when you think about this Venus energy, we already found out that Venus is associated with Fridays. Venus is associated with the first, fifth, sixth, and ninth house. Let's also talk about Venus is associated and the ruler of Taurus energy. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what the hell is Taurus energy? Well, for one, it's a zodiac sign. So those of you who have Taurus, either in your sun, moon, or rising, or any other place on your chart, know that your ruling sign is Venus. Taurus is associated with the second house, which is about your relationship with self, physical and material possessions. See how they work nicely together, where Venus is all about relationships? Taurus is about relationships as well. So you bring it all together, and it gives you an understanding to the relationships you are involved in with others and the relationship you have yourself. And the most important relationship there is relationship with self. As you work on healing whatever it is you need to heal for yourself, you then will have healthier relationships with others and also healthier relationship with money. Because we already discussed that Venus is associated with money. And most of us, if not all of us, are connected to business in one way or another. We have a 9-to-5 job, we might be an entrepreneur, whatever it is, money is an important aspect. So if there is anything going on in your life that creates resistance, limitations, or restrictions about money, you may want to definitely check out your natal chart to see how you can clear that energy so it is not a problem for you. So what I would like to do today with this amazing Venus energy, and to activate your Venus energy on your personal chart, I will be going through all the astrology signs and giving you some insight, the forecast for the entire month. Now, I do also want to make note right now where Venus is collectively, the collective energy, where it's sitting at, what zodiac sign it's in right now, and that zodiac sign is Aquarius. So the message here regarding the Venus energy and Aquarius, Aquarius is associated with your community. So Venus is giving all of us an opportunity to connect with our community, to have collaborations, partnerships, and make connections with your community, whether it's your community that you actually live in, you work in, whatever the case is. This is a time where many of us could very well be going out, traveling to different events to network. And that's this amazing Venus energy. Venus will be in Aquarius right through January 26th. And then thereafter, it's going to move into Pisces, which is a very different energy. And when we think of that energy, it really is about tying up some loose ends at that point. But let's just stay focused on where Venus is in this moment and how it's helping us to really make connections right now. And take note, where is Venus on your chart is going to help you define that connection with your community. So for example, on my chart, Venus is in Pisces, interesting enough, in the 9th house. So what that means for me, that 9th house is about traveling, whether it's my sleep state or my awake state, traveling spiritually speaking or physically speaking. It's also about learning and teaching. So with the Venus energy, what I hear from this is that I get to connect with folks like you, where I get to teach my craft, my skills, my purpose. And I get to literally step out and do this work. So based on what I'm seeing for myself right now, right here, is I'm perfectly aligned to this Venus energy. And that's also because, again, I've done my homework and I knew my placement. So I started setting my intentions to what everything was going to look like for me in the beginning of January as Venus went into Aquarius. So getting out and networking, getting my name out there, letting the community know what it is I'm doing. In fact, interesting story, I was just on the phone just a little while ago with one of my mentors, and we were brainstorming and creating some goals for me in reference to what I can do over the next couple of days in reference to marketing strategies. So again, I can utilize this Venus Aquarius energy. And that's exactly what I want to help you do right now. Because again, having the information is great. But if there's anything that's going on in your chakra system that could be creating a sluggishness, some doubts, or even some restrictions, you may not be so willing to step into where you have to go. So it's really important to check in with your chakras daily, because from day to day, hour to hour, your chakra system could very well be a little sluggish. And you want to recharge your chakra system just like you would your phone, where you stick your phone in a charger and you let it get to 100%. You want to do that same thing with your body. Is you want your chakra system to be completely aligned so you can be in alignment to this Venus Aquarius energy. And how are you going to do that is I'm going to work with my cards. And I'm going to pull one card for each zodiac sign. You can focus on that one card for your sun, moon, rising, and also your Venus energy. So there's going to be 4 areas that you're going to use this one card on, as opposed to me pulling 4 cards for each, which could be a little overwhelming. So we're going to start with Aries, and we're going to move right through Virgo. And then when we get to Virgo, we're going to take a little break and then come back and go from Libra to Pisces. So if you want, make sure you have a pen and paper with you. Jot down the card that shows up for your sign. And again, note that you're working with your moon, sun, rising, and your Venus energy. So you may very well have 4 different zodiac signs, which then means you're going to be looking at 4 different cards, even though there's only one card for each zodiac sign. This can get a lot of fun. And that means if there are 4 cards, it means that possibly you're going to have up to 4 colors, which is associated with your chakras, to work on as Venus is in Aquarius, so you can manifest what it is you're looking to manifest during this Venus season. All right, so let's dive into this. We're going to start with Aries and work our way. So when we talk about Aries energy, if you are new to my card readings, cards can show in an upright position or reversed. This happens to be in reverse. So therefore means there's a little resistance, and also you want to pay attention to the message. And if you are experiencing a little resistance, whatever that might be for you, this might be the trick to help you through that. So let's turn the card upright. And what we're looking at here is we have the word freedom. So where would you like more freedom when it comes to your money? When it comes to even your weight that you carry, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental, where do you want more freedom? Now, in order to get that freedom, the chakra here is the root chakra, which means bringing more balance and focus on what it is you want to accomplish. Staying focused on that goal so you can actually accomplish the goal. That goal will lead to your freedom. Let's talk about that number for just a moment. 1 and 4. Breaking it down, the 1 is all about a new way of doing something. So whatever way you've done it before, if it didn't work, let it go and bring in something new. That 4 is about your foundation, about bringing more balance into the whatever it is you are working on. That 5, because that's what 1 and 4 is. The 5 is all about the changes that you're going to be incorporating so you can get to your finish line. The changes that you're going to incorporate so you can get to your finish line. Because unless you implement some change, you're going to get a lot of the same of what you had before. Change is the only way to have something different. So that's for Aries. So pay attention, Aries. Number 5, change. You must be willing to change something. Stay focused on your end result and know that you will have freedom at the end of it. So zooming into that Venus energy and utilizing this card to do just that. So anywhere between those 4, your full moon, your moon, your rising, your sun, or even Venus, if you have Aries in any of those, this card's for you. All right, we're going to move into Taurus. And when we speak of Aries energy as well, this is about your soul's purpose. This is about what you are here to do. So this is a perfect opportunity using and activating your Venus energy so you can be in your purpose. As we move into Taurus, this is a great time for traveling, meaning traveling to different networks, getting yourself out there, introducing yourself, learning a new skill, and if there's something that you do really well, start teaching it. Utilize that Venus energy. After all, as I said, for you Taurus, Venus is your ruling house, ruling planet rather. So let's see for Taurus. All right, Taurus. So there's something you must surrender. Something you must surrender. And what I'm hearing right off the back is what you need to surrender is your resistance, your fears and your doubts. Move into a space of trusting and let go of the heaviness that you feel in your heart, whatever that might be associated with. Now, interesting enough with the number here, very similar to Aries' number, except yours is slightly different. Based on that 6, this is a time of healing. That 8 energy is bringing more harmony into the relationship with self. Bringing more harmony into the relationship with self. 6 and 8 works out to be 14, so we have a 5 here. So again, just like Aries, this is a time for change. Doing it very differently than you've done it before. Doing it very differently than you've done it before. And I'm going to say that again for those of you who really need that. Doing it very differently than you've done it before. Surrender. Surrender your resistance. So for you Taurus out there, whether it's sun, moon, rising, or your Venus sign, it's time to surrender. Love it. All right, we have our Gemini. So Geminis, this is a great time for transformation. There's a lot of darkness going on in your world right now. When I use the word darkness, I just mean that you're going through some challenges, and those challenges are there to help you through some lessons. And it's going to be a really exciting time once you get past that darkness and you find your light, because there's going to be a lot of newness going on for you. So that 8th house is about letting things go, transforming, and being ready for the new coming in. And there is a lot of energy in your sign right now. I'm not going to go all into the energy, but there is a lot of energy working for you in addition to this Venus placement. So let's find out what chakra you need to work on so you can take advantage of this Venus energy and use it for your highest good. Very interesting. I did shuffle the deck, but just like Taurus, here we have it for Gemini, surrender. So if you happen to have Gemini and Taurus in your 3 major elements, such as sun, moon, and rising, this is a big message for you. It means you really need to surrender. There's something big going on and you have a lot of resistance. Let go of the resistance. As you let go of the resistance, you will start to feel less anxious, and you will literally start to feel more excited about something coming that's so strong, so powerful for you that you must go through whatever it is you're going through. Massive change is on its way. That 6 energy is about the healing, the nurturing. Nurture yourself as you go through this experience. That 8 energy is bringing in more of recognizing what you've accomplished up until now. Don't discard it, recognize it. And tap yourself or give yourself a pat on the back for all that you have accomplished up until now. and then recognize the changes that are coming in. In order to get to that change, you have to be willing to surrender. If you're going to hold on to your resistance and be in fear and not trust your process, you're not really going to be able to activate your Venus energy. And Venus is working for you. Venus is helping to get you out there, helping to have you connect with your community. But you have to be willing to surrender so you can let that happen. Love that for Gemini. And I love the fact that it also showed up for Taurus. So quite interesting. All right. We have our Cancer. So when we talk about Cancer, even though, yes, we're focused on Venus right now, I do want to make a notation here that today is the 4th. In less than 2 days, we have the full moon's energy in Cancer. There's a lot of energy for you guys and how it's going to help you with this Venus activation, helping you to bring more balance into your life where you don't have to just hide and retreat back. You can actually get out there, connect, bringing more balance, more the words I'm hearing is balance and that awakening, balance and awakening. This is a great time for you Cancers to meditate, sit in prayer, connect with groups in meditation, so you can really hone in on this Venus energy. So let's see what's in store for Cancer. Okay, Cancer, your card's in reverse. And again, we already know that reverse card means we want to pay attention. There might be a little resistance. So the word is unconditional love. Where do you need to apply more unconditional love and let go of conditions? And it's so interesting because I literally just had the same conversation with a client of mine today who happens to be a Cancer as well. So really interested, and I will be sharing this video with her as well. So unconditional love, where do you have conditions? This is for self. As a Cancer, where do you have conditions? Where do you set it up that I will do this as long as this happens? I will do this as long as this happens. If that is the case, it's time to let go of the conditions and allow yourself to unconditionally love what it is you're doing, whether you've succeeded or not. The sacral chakra is very much associated with your connection with your mother, but it's also associated with the moon's energy as well. So taking this opportunity with the Venus and Aquarius right now and tapping into how you can love yourself with no conditions. Love yourself just as you are. 9 and 6. 9 is about letting go of the conditions, transforming, so you can begin to heal and love with unconditional energy. Love with unconditional energy. Love everyone, including yourself, with unconditional energy. And we talk about that 6 energy, which is all about healing and nurturing and being the healer. And after all, as a water sign that you are a very emotional being. You retreat back in when things get really challenging. So this is really a great time to use the Venus Aquarius energy to get support. When you are going through a challenging time, reach out to a friend or support group for that matter, and really start working on letting go of your conditions, whether it's conditions to yourself or conditions for others. But that's your card for Cancer. As we move into our Leos. Leo, this is your 6th house energy aspects. This is all about scheduling your time, making time for you, making time to have fun, making time to get out to your community, connecting with your friends, your coworkers, and exploring into those partnerships, collaborations. So let's see, and being creative as well. Now, I do want to tap in that, yes, Mercury is in retrograde right now, so scheduling could be a little funky, might go against you, but still a good time to do it anyway. So let's see what's in store for Leos. Also, a card in reverse, and it's about love partnership. Love partnership. This could definitely be about a relationship with another person, love partnership, where scheduling time to connect with that partner, communication, a conversation, whether it's a conversation that you need to listen to or a conversation that you need to express yourself. But there's definitely something that you need to say. When we think about that love partnership, for those of you who are not in a relationship, not with another person, that love partnership could be about getting out there into your community, and probably this could be a really great time to connect with somebody brand new. So utilize that time too. That 6 energy, when we talk about it again, it's about healing. The 3 is that communication, connecting, creating, collaboration. So for you Leos, interesting that out of so far all the zodiac signs, this is really about your relationships. It could be a partnership as well. It could definitely fall into a business partnership, but it's definitely an intimate partnership. So this is a really great time. Circle that Friday on your calendar and get yourself out there, because if you are not in a relationship, this is a perfect time for one. And if you are in a relationship, maybe it's time to schedule a date night. 6 and 3 works out to be 9. So it is about traveling. So maybe that date night may lead into maybe a weekend trip or going away and meeting somebody. So there's a very promising invitation here for you Leos. I love that. That was more related to the personal versus the business, but you could definitely apply that to business as well. But as I always say, we want to bring balance into our life, so it can't be all about business and no play. All right, we have our Virgos now. Virgos, Venus in Aquarius is going to help you change something. Perhaps you are going to be changing the community that you are in. Maybe where you live, you're going to be relocating. Where you work, you might be relocating. Where you work, you might be getting a promotion. So your position might be changing. So you might be around different people. So there's a lot of change coming in, but that change is going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to also adapt into some creativity as well. So be prepared to get creative as this change takes place for you. So let's see what you need to know regarding Venus. Your cards in reverse too. Lots of reverse cards this time around. That's because when we talk about Venus energy, it's a very strong planet because of the love of self, others, and money. So we talk about this as about listening and speaking your truth. What do you need to listen to? What do you need to listen to? Who do you need to listen to? And where do you want to speak your truth more? Where do you want to speak your truth more? Now, that's a very powerful statement when we speak of truth in the Virgo energy, because Virgo is all about truth, being honest, being truthful to yourself, and making that connection. Now we have the number 3, which is how you communicate, what you want to create. How do you want to utilize this Venus and Aquarius energy for your highest good? When you tap into this chakra, it's the solar plex. It's about allowing you to trust, feel safe, feel secure in whatever it is you need to listen to, and more importantly, where do you need to speak your truth? Where do you want to be transparent in your energy field? And that's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to use Venus to amplify for you based on your community. I love that for Virgos. So there we have it. I've done from Aries to Virgo, which is our 6 zodiac signs. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of a break. This way I can get a little water, give you a chance to get some water. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to chat about Libra right through Pisces and see what's in store for those 6 zodiac signs. So go ahead, get your water, and come right back. I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Did you know that stress and unprocessed emotions can store in your body, creating more muscle tension and pain, causing illness and disease to flare up? With the help of Chakra Balance Reiki Healing, you can begin to feel better within one session. Hello, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. And I would like to help you release issues from your tissues as you release emotional weight and begin to feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. For more information, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Joanne's Cosmic Energy. For those of you who are just tuning in, if you are just tuning in and missed it from before, and you happen to be Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, or Virgo, well, you're going to probably have to come back and listen to those forecasts. But come back and do that later. And you can watch this replay on right here on YouTube, Facebook. You can also watch it on, Audible, iTunes, iHeart, all of the above. You can always go ahead and rewatch. But stay here for now because you can also find out what the forecast is for your other signs, such as your moon, rising, sun, and we're focused on Venus right now. Venus was the main topic for today. Why I chose Venus, have no clue. There's a lot of energy going on in all the other planets, but Venus is being highlighted right now. Venus is about our relationships with self, others, and also money. So I thought it was really appropriate considering it's the new year. And so many of us are focused on wanting to grow in our business, wanting to be healthier, wanting to be just a healthier version of ourselves. And when we speak of Venus energy in aspects to our relationship and money, it's also the relationship we have with our body as well. And considering I'm a holistic personal trainer, I think it's fitting that I always bring that into the component, our bodies. So anyway, I'm going to dive in because I have a lot to cover and a little bit of time. So we're going to dive right into Libra. And for you Libras out there, as Venus is in Aquarius, which is about your community, it's also about your home. What that community is like at home. Is there balance? Is there joy? And how can you bring that into your home? So let's find out what card you need to work on, what chakra, so you can bring that balance into your home, your foundation. We also speak about the foundation of your body. So how can you bring more balance into your mind, body, and spirit? Your card is transformation. There's a major transformation that's taking place for you because it is about your foundation. It's about your shelter that you live in. It's also about your body, and it's about the work that you do. Solar plex energy is all about trusting this process that you're in, trusting that wherever you are on, and I don't know why this word is showing up, but wherever you are on the scale, it's a temporary process, and recognize that there is a transformation going on. 1 and 8, 1 is a new way of doing things, and recognizing that you are a leader. And if you are not a leader right now, this is something you're working towards. That 8 energy is about letting go of the old ways of how you see yourself and see yourself as a leader. 1 and 8 is 9, which is about your transformation. It's about letting go of anything that does not serve your transformation and allowing yourself to be in that space to travel. That all about 9 is traveling. So utilizing the Venus Aquarius energy in reference to your community at home, your community in your workplace, the community that you do have with yourself based on your astrology, and learning what each placement on your astrology chart means for you so you can transform. Love that for Libra. And I know I got a little deep there for you guys, but you can handle it. All right, our Scorpios. So you Scorpios out there, pay attention. So you guys are in the 3rd house energy, which is all about what it is you want to create. Your creations, your community, your teaching, your learning, how you want to communicate, how you want to express yourself. And when we use the word express, it's not just about speaking, it's how you show up. You may very well utilize this Venus in Aquarius to change the way you look, You may decide to get a clean shave. You may decide to change your hair color. You may decide to cut your hair, whatever it is. But there's major, major, major creativity going on for you Scorpios right now, where you want to make a statement. Venus is going to help you make a statement. You want to show up in your community where you actually show up. You want people to see you. You no longer want to hide behind the scenes. You don't want to be in your shadow. You want to be seen. Oh my God, my whole deck is going to fly out. Ah, interesting card for you Scorpios. Balance. Balance. So if up until now you've been in that space where you're just kind of hiding, pushing back, although every Scorpio that I know is definitely not hiding. You guys are out there. You guys are loud. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to get your point across. Balance is the key here. Bring some balance into your life. Utilize your creativity, expression, but also learn to listen. The heart chakra, this is about compassion. Being able to be compassionate to your community. Send out that compassion out. There might be people out there that need that right now. That's 7-6. 7 is associated with the universal energy right now. 2023 is a 7 energy year, which is about your spiritual evolution, your spiritual awakenings, and gaining clarity. We already know what that 6 energy is all about. It's about healing, nurturing, taking care of yourself, but also lending a hand out and taking care of somebody else. 7 and 6 brings us right back to that 4 energy. So it is all about the foundation, all about stability, all about, here's the big word, patience. Patience. So as you are in your craft, as you are creating, be patient with yourself, but also be patient with others. And one thing I learned a few years ago, never, never ask for patience. Oh, no, no, no. Be grateful for the patience you have, because if you ask for patience, your higher self, higher power, whomever you refer to it as, you're going to experience lessons that's going to require you to have patience. So be grateful for the patience you already have. Bring balance into your life. Love that for Scorpios. Creating, creating, creating. What are you putting out there? How are you marketing yourself is what I just heard as well. That's a biggie. All right, our Sagittarius. This is about your relationships, your partnerships. You're in your second house energy, which is associated with the Taurus energy, which is also associated with Venus. So this is pretty big for you, Sagittarius. Your partnerships. How are you going to connect with your partnerships? Are you connecting with partnerships in your community? Are you connecting with partnerships at work? How are you connecting with your partnerships? This is about collaboration. A great time to schedule those meetings so you can collaborate. And your card that flew out, so appropriate, a new relationship. During this Venus Aquarius energy, a new relationship is going to come about it. Now, is that new relationship intimate, professional? That's really up to you. What are you looking for? Are you looking to be in a new relationship? Then if that's what you're looking for, set that intention. If you're looking to create a partnership, set that intention. You are totally in control and the creator to what this means. So it can lead either way depending on what you desire it to be. However, that root chakra, you have to focus. So if you are focusing on wanting to be in a relationship, you have to act it out. You have to pretend as though it's already happening. If you are focused on wanting a partnership, act as though it's happening. Now, what I just heard in my ear was, well, what if I'm focused on both? You can do that too, because you are the creator. You get to create the story. That 2 and 8, back to the partnerships, back to balance, back to what you're here to achieve and accomplish during this energy field. That's your 10 energy, though. Let's talk a little bit about the 10th house, which is associated with Capricorn, which is where the sun is right now, where Mercury and Pluto are right now. So you have a lot of help in your soul's purpose, in what you came here to accomplish in this lifetime. So utilize this card and utilize this energy for the highest purpose possible. And remember, the new relationship could also be with self. So maybe up until now, there's been some things about yourself that you weren't so fond about. This might be the perfect time to create a new relationship with self. And as you do, you'll start being a magnet to other relationships externally as well. Love that for Sagittarius. All right, as I just spoke about Capricorn, for you Capricorns out there, happy birthday, happy belated if I missed it. This is all about your new beginning, your rebirth. being recharged, being ready to go, being the leader, new doors opening. Can I say any more? This is about you being out there in your community, having a new look. This is all your first, all your first, all your first. This is what this is all about. This is about your spiritual awakening. This is about what you learned about yourself last year, last month. And this is where you get to shine your light. So let's see what one chakra you need to work on so that can be right there for you. Let's see. Ah, powerful. Now, how powerful are you feeling right now, knowing that you get to do all the new? All the new. You get to do things totally different than you've ever done it before because it is all about your first house. This is your birthday month, your rebirth, your recharging. You get to do it differently if you want to. Most importantly, you have to be able to trust that you get to do it differently. You have to be ready to step into this disability of the unlimited opportunities that are showing up. The four energy is your foundation, your home, your work, your body. Bringing us into that eight energy, let go of whatever is not serving this new energy for you and be ready to transform. After all, being it is your birthday month, in a 7 universal energy year, you get to really explore who you are on a much deeper level. So trust your process and recognize how powerful you are, recognize how powerful your thoughts are, what you say, what you think, what you focus on. Trust it and recognize how powerful you really are. So that's amazing for Capricorns. All right, Aquarius. Now, we've only been talking about your sign since this whole show because Venus happens to be in Aquarius, where at this point in time, you might actually be thinking about what places, people, and things no longer serve you because you're in your 12th house energy. This is about tying up those loose ends and evaluating what works, what doesn't. And with Venus in Aquarius, you might very well be looking at your community and saying, is my community working for me or against me? And when I use the word against you, I don't mean in a negative way, just saying in reference to, are they helping you shine your light? Because again, theoretically, we always want to be around people that's going to elevate us. We don't want to really be around people that's not inspiring us to be the best version of who we are. And if you have any of those folks in your life, it's time to get rid of them. Yes, I said that. You can get rid of them. Even if they're family members, you don't have to hang out with them as much. You want to spend all your energy around people that's going to lift you up, inspire you to be the best version of you. But don't mistake that for the fact that you should walk away from challenges. Sometimes people that do challenge us are there to help us learn our lessons. So don't be too quick to walk away from somebody that might be nudging you a little bit in the wrong way. And I know I just contradicted the hell out of myself here, but that's okay. So let's find out what you need to work on during this Venus Aquarius energy, how you want to connect with your community, if you want to connect with your community, and let's take it from there. Ah, interesting card to show up, patience. I think I spoke about this one a little while ago. Patience. It's going to require a little patience in the 12th house energy about tying up your loose ends, evaluating things. You're getting ready for your birthday. You're getting ready for that rebirth. So in order to get ready for your rebirth, just like we do with our phones, we have to recharge everything. So you have to be patient with yourself and recognize that things may not move as quickly as you want them to, but they will move. So take it slow, give yourself grace and ease so you can lighten up the heaviness in your heart and recognize your foundation. What is it that you want to build in your foundation, whether it's professionally or personally or a combination of both? Bring that balance into the both areas and start letting go of things that aren't serving you. Love that for Aquarius. Last but not least, we have our Pisces, which I could definitely relate to. I related to the Aquarius as well. But your Pisces, you are all about connecting with your community, getting out there, wanting to either socialize, mingle, collaborate, whatever it is. But that's what it is for you. You are in the 11th house, which is all about this Venus Aquarius energy. So you want to get out, you want to socialize, you want to network, you want your name to be heard, be mentioned, at least in regards to compliments, not in reference to negative energy, so to speak. So let's see what's in store for Pisces. So let's see. For our Pisces, we had this card before too. Balance. Balance. So finding that balance between spending time in your community and also wanting to be home. Spending time in work and also wanting to play. That balance is very important for Pisces right now. That Venus energy is about learning how to take care of yourself. Again, remember earlier, I had mentioned that when it comes to our weight, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental weight, for Venus, because it is associated with weight, Pisces is a water sign, which is also associated with the weight. So it's really important that you bring balance into your mind, body, and spirit, and not overload yourself in one area and get yourself off guard, so to speak. So it's really necessary to find that balance. Rest, play, rest, work, whatever that looks like for you, whatever the percentage is for you to have, but bring that into your experience. 7-6, meditate, pray, journal. Meditate, pray, journal. It's a really great balance. That 6 is about how you are nurturing yourself and how you do get out into your community, whether it's for networking events, maybe you go to a healing circle, but whatever it is, it's definitely healing and nurturing for you. Bringing you back to that 4, it's your foundation. You want to take care of your foundation. Your foundation is your home, whether it's your shelter, your work, or your actual body. But remember this most important factor. Your body is the most important foundation, because if you don't take care of your body, the work and home gets a little sloppy. So you have to take care of your body. So this is a perfect time for you, Venus, for the Venus Aquarius energy to implement health, fitness, and wellness into your regimen. I like that for Pisces. And I'm so glad that I do it already. So there we have it, all 12 zodiac signs. And remember, when you work on looking at your forecast, you're going to look at 4 areas. You're going to look at your moon, your rising, or ascending, however you look at it, your sun sign, and then your Venus energy. And you're going to have 4 cards to work with. Hopefully 4 cards, because maybe you have 2 of those 4 in the same zodiac sign, whatever, however it works for you. But you want to work on those 4 cards, or how many cards you have. And you want to work on those chakras. And hopefully you're going to have more than one chakra to work on. But if you only have one chakra to work on, make a note that that means that chakra really needs your attention. So there you have it, all 12 zodiac signs, how you can activate your Venus Aquarius energy for the next, 2.5 weeks until Venus moves into Pisces. And maybe next month I'll talk about that. And if not, if I don't talk about it here, know that you can always catch my forecast, my conversations about astrology on most of my platforms, which would be Facebook, my private groups, Holistic Fitness, Expand Your Intuition, and my YouTube channels. So you can always find something out about what's going on with any of the one planets. I speak about them all, but there's just too much going on with all the energies right now to put it all in one show. So again, as usual, thank you so much for being here with me. And I will come back and read all the comments, because I see there were a lot of comments today from all of you. And I'm so happy that you've chosen to put comments. I will respond to every one of the comments that have been posted. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Share this out to whomever you feel will benefit from knowing how to activate Venus in Aquarius energy. And again, look at your chart. Where is Venus on your chart? Where is Aquarius on your chart? And because the ruler of Venus is Taurus, where is Taurus on your chart? Taurus is associated with 2nd house. Aquarius is associated with the 11th house. So there's many places. We have Venus, Taurus, Aquarius, 2nd house, 11th house. So 5 places that you can look on your chart to see where all of this connects, because it is all about connecting the dots. To learn more about your astrology, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. to learn everything about astrology, to learn about yourself, whatever it is. And if you want to learn more about my services, you can go over to my website, which is holistic with a W, fitnessny.com. All that being said, I look forward to seeing you all back here the first Wednesday in, oh my God, in February. I almost said March. My God, we're not there yet. In February, we'll be back then. Till then, enjoy the rest of your day. And FYI, if you want to catch my other show, Joanne's Healing Within, you can tune in this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Strong Island Television. But till then, enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, happy Venus. Bye bye for now.